What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's topic, I want to talk about your environment, how your environment is going to affect you as a person, or how you act, how you feel. It's the things that no people really talk about that deeply. So today I'm going to break it down to small pieces, to detail information about being outside of your comfort zone, outside of the country, whereby you are less understood, you have different culture and preferences, laws. How will they change you as a person? First of all, when you leave your country and travel or having to do something new in your life and you end up in different country, first thing we all have to do is to get used to the environment. And when the culture is different, there will be difference in culture for sure. And we need to adapt to that environment. And stress will be the first things that we have to overcome because maybe we don't feel understood by the person that are local, and we feel stressed to express ourselves. Our brain just drained and unable to make them or the other person understand what we mean. And this wear out our capacity to think or to understand, because when they don't understand us, we as well don't understand them. Here comes the problem. So when we have that problem, the ability for us to enjoy the whole environment will drop. So when we are not able to enjoy the process, enjoy the environment, we're feeling tired other than enjoy the experience, the people, the culture. So that's praying going on in the mosque. I'm currently in Lombok. Maybe you can hear a little bit of pray. Right? They do this throughout the days, just showing you what is in front of me. So this is the environment. Like maybe this. Okay, I'm not able to do that. So maybe just show you like this. In front of me is the rice field. So there's there's chicken always running around here. So environment plays a huge factor for our growth. And if we are lack of understanding, that means we lack growth because we put a lot of our mental capacity to think, to process the information that we couldn't understand, and to maximize our experience, or we want to learn to love a place or something new. Right? This applies to every area of our life. If we want to learn something that is not similar to what we do right now, it's pretty hard, right? We need to use a lot of brain power. And when you travel, you experience that as well. It's uncomfortable, it's wasting a lot of time filtering, thinking, but only get a little bit of information out of what we really want. So how can we maximize that experience? Is first to learn to accept what it is in that area. Means there's law, there is certain things that we should follow. I know that it's uncomfortable. When you learn new things, right? This apply as well. You have to do something new. That is the law. That is the path that you have to took in order to learn. So in the area of other people living, they have their own rules, their laws. So if we follow them, we will be much happier. We have much more good experience in that place. So people get annoyed by the prayers that going on and on each day. But for me, it's like already nothing because I adapt to that environment. I accept things for what it is. So when you accept things for what it is, will your capability of learning will hugely improve because we are not in our mind anymore. Like we follow the flow. They say, like this is the flow. We enjoy. We let go of our pride, our thoughts, our own rules of living in order to adapt to that environment. So, first point is to let go, to enjoy the process of learning, enjoy the process of experience. Let it go of what concept you might have before in your country or in the works that you do, which is different. When you move into a new things, new environment, new acceptance is required for us to survive, to learn, to enjoy the process. Without enjoying the process of accepting and learning new things, we are not able to grow or we will give up easily on when we experiencing challenge in life. So this is very important as I find out when I travel. Every first or second week of me traveling alone, I always find it's difficult to adapt, to accept new culture that are coming into my life. Like because this is what I'm not used to during my stay in Melbourne, Australia. Higher standards and also different culture. And sometimes I get angry, I get frustrated, annoyed by the culture here in Bali, in Lombok, right? I feel that everyone is just trying to get things from me, just want to get me pay for something that I don't really need. Yeah, but they make living out of it. That's the point. And when we are at their space, we have to accept that. Or we can just say no and be annoyed by them because it's their set of rules of living here. Like make money out of guide, and that's how they sustain their life. So when I let go of that need of control that I can do it all by myself, I actually let go of the stress, let go of the need of protecting myself. Because sometimes money can really solve problems for you. And that's the lesson I learned. Sometimes we have to pay a little bit more to enjoy the experience. But people get angry if they travel like in budget. I totally understand that they have tight budget. So when you go through all that process, if you have tight budget, you have to say no to everyone, to the guy and everything, right? That's how they make living. If you don't pay them, they don't have food in the table. But that is not for us to really think about, right? It's not our problem. Totally understand that. But money can solve some issue. That's about it for the first point. Yeah. Except sometimes you have to give more, you have to invest more in order to experience more things. Right? That's how it is. Blend in, become like them, but not differ from your own rules or principles in your life. Right? Like we must always maintain our rules, our principles, not affecting by the place that we are at. That is how we we can stay grounded. Right. So the second point will be if we are not grounded and we be affected by our environment, we become like part of them. But what I mean is you get the good and the bad from them. You absorb all of it. That is bad. So don't do that. For me, in order to grow as a person, we must take the good things from the place and learn from them and get rid of the bad thing that we shouldn't learn from them. In that, we are going to grow as a person. We are going to be more confident because when you reach a certain place, there must be something that make this place special. And when you learn from the locals how they live their life and you get the good quality, you bring that into your life. That is how we want to learn when we travel. Like that is the ultimate goal of travel for me because it is hard at first to accept, to learn. We have our own rules.
And we don't have to accept all of it because throughout our life we learn what is good and bad, what is right and wrong. But in order to receive new things, new life, new experience, we need to rearrange our thoughts about things so we can let new things come in. Like it's kind of like balance with your own rules, principles, with new rules and new principles, what you can get from there. So in order to gain that benefit, we balance out what we learned before with the new things that coming in that is uncomfortable, filter it, and bring those good quality into our life. I find myself get over the comfort zone faster when I get here because everyone is trying to sell things. Everyone is very confident with their things. So why would I not confident with my own things, selling my own stuff? Like this open up my mind to selling, to like my own things, my own uniqueness. Right? This is what we want to get from new environment, traveling, new experience, new job, or new career. It's the same thing. But in travel, we learn much faster because no one is there to really guide us. We have to be open to the information, to the new ideas, forcing ourselves into receiving that ideas. How are we going to process those ideas and make it a quality for ourselves, right? So that is the second point. Mixing new ideas with your own principle so that you can learn very, very fast when you visit a new place, when you are changing to a new environment. We can always get around with playing with it, playing with the culture, experience, communication, to become a better person in communicating, right? So you also excel in your job if you enjoy it, right? If you enjoy the experience of change and you mix it with your old experience to bring out the best, right? Here comes the third point. To bring out the best in you, you combine the others people's intelligence, their knowledge, with your own knowledge. It's kind of like similar with the last point, like get the good point and get rid of the bad one. But here is what it is, right? How can you do that? How can you accept if you are hard? If your heart is hardened, you are stubborn. We have to let go of the stubbornness of our mindset. Hold on to something that is not working anymore. It used to work, but it doesn't work anymore now. So if we change our stubbornness into acceptance, and to be able to do that, we must become knowing who we are. So in order to do that, all right, if we are not calm, we always worry, we are always angry, there's no space for acceptance. Right? So that links to overall growth. No growth, no acceptance, being worried about everything each and every day is not going to help you to grow. Right? It's not going to make you have the ability to think outside of the box and blend into the environment. Like you can become any person that you want to be if you have the acceptance, if you have the right mindset and environment for you to do that. So the first thing I want to share is wherever you are, take time to meditate. Because when you're meditating, it calms your mind. When your mind is calm, you can process information much better than any people that are working today, right, on every day. Basically, you're more wise, you have more intelligence that is available to you because you are calm. You can think clearly. And that will be the most important point of this video. Being calm, being mindful about your environment, what is happening, can really help you to get more out of what you want to experience. And being calm also help us to filter out what we don't want to experience. So we don't think about that, the things that we don't want. Because that is important. When we think about what we don't want, we are wasting time of thinking the things that we don't want. Other than let it go, set ourselves free, take the things that is necessary for us to grow as a person in your career, in whichever environment that you are in. Don't think about the things that you don't want, but think about the things, the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom that you want to gain or experience, and focus on that. Whatever you do in your life, when we focus on what we want, we got more of what we want. I believe in this principle. So problem is, like, we can't let go of what we worry about. This is because sometimes we lack of the calmness, the meditation that we're supposed to do. We don't put our time in, invest our time into ourselves, so that we can stay on the mood, the kind of flow that we want in our life. So invest in meditation, staying calm, being wise is the fruit of meditation, fruit of the time we invest in meditating daily. Because when we are in our meditated state, we are only focused on the good things, the things that we want. Subconsciously, we are programming ourselves into looking the things that we want, right? So when we did that, we kind of like manifesting the life that we want. We look for the things that make us happy, make us fulfill. We chase after things that we want. Right? We have directions. People don't easily mislead people with direction, with purpose, because they can feel that you know what you want, what you need. They can't really affect you by their words or their action. So the last part of this video is to remind of us that we need to stay calm. No matter if you do meditation or not, or you find out that you can't really control your feelings, your emotions, it's very important to stay calm. Right? Even though you don't want to do the meditation, by focusing on your breath, how you breathe is also helping you to stay calm. You can look at the information that is available online. There's plenty of way to breathe to make you calm, center when you need that calmness in your life. So do that work for yourself. I think that's all about what I want to share for today. Thank you guys for staying this long, because if you stay for this long means that you have hunger for wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding, to become a better person. And that is what we all want in our life. And that is one of my priority, my goals in my life. If you like this video, please help me by like and subscribe to this channel to support its growth. If you haven't subscribed yet and you've been watching me Thanks for watching. And I'm here to grow with all of you. Because of me making videos, making progress, everyone that sees this can understand life more, change their own life, because they can, because they saw the possibility of doing it. And share with your friends if you have found some positive change in your life since you're watching my video, so that they can catch up with you, they can make a better life, improve their life. And so I will see you in the next one. All the love, peace.